All right, good morning. My voice is a little light, so I'm going to use the microphone today so that I can still preach at the end of this presentation. Thank you for being here. It's hard to believe you're already 4 weeks in on your journey towards Easter. So I know that I've been praying for you, although I've not been with you since the first sessions. You've been in my prayers, and I've been checking in with Kathy, and things seem to be going well, is what I hear. So what did you learn last weekend? Who can recap what was talked about last week? Just some thoughts, kind of pop them up. What were your takeaways?
That the Old Testament was an explanation to the Jews from God about how they ended up in Babylon.
Okay, so the Old Testament kind of gave us an insight for the Israelites. Okay, what else did you take away from last week? I think you drank from a fire hose last week on the Bible.
And it's 72 books and powers of one.
Okay.
72?
Yes. 7. What else? That was a aha moment. Meet them where they are, okay? It's true. Meet them where they are, bring them along the journey. All right. So last week it was just kind of an introduction to the Bible, kind of the love story of God with us. And today, what we're going to venture into is what we call the story of salvation. How many of you have heard people refer to those who are in their 80s, maybe now 90s, as the greatest generation? Right? So what was it about the greatest generation that kind of stands out as the hallmark of that generation? World War II, okay. I heard commitment.
Grit.
Say it again.
Grit.
Grit. They were all in. Okay. What else?
Healthy food.
Say it again.
Healthy food.
Healthy food.
Healthy food.
Healthy food. Okay. A lot of profound experiences that helped them along, right? So they also knew kind of what suffering was. They knew kind of what it was to do without, and so forth, right? And so we kind of look back at that generation oftentimes as the greatest generation because there were a lot of things that those men and women dealt with that rooted them. They were kind of salt of the earth people. You know, they really understood and appreciated kind of the essence of life on so many levels, whether it's money, whether it's family, whatever it was. They just had this deep appreciation because of their rootedness in having to stay alive in many ways. So the reason I asked that question, the greatest generation, I would say today we're going to talk about the greatest story ever told. So we have the greatest generation. We're going to talk about today in a very quick, succinct way, the greatest story ever told. And what do you think that story is? The story of Jesus, okay? And what else? How did before Jesus, what happened? Creation, okay? And what happened after the creation? There was the fall, and then after the fall, there was what? Redemption in Jesus, right? And so if you wanted to sum up the story of salvation in 3 words, and we're going to go into it deeper today through the use of some of these videos from Symbolon, which I think are some of the best in the series, we're really going to focus in on today looking at creation, the fall, and redemption in the person of Jesus Christ. And so, somebody were sort of, what's this Christianity thing that you cling to? Kind of, what's the essence, of the faith? Well, you can say it in 3 words: God created us. Humans were disobedient. Because God loved us so much, He did not leave us in our sin, but He sent us a Redeemer in the person of Jesus Christ. And so we are now grafted through baptism onto the greatest story ever told, as we strive to become the greatest generation today. So with that, I'm going to ask Bob to hit play, and we're going to watch the first section of this video. These videos are very well done, and I think in a very succinct way will get us to the heart of the matter today.
a church like the Basilica of St. John Lateran in Rome, we should realize we're not just entering a building, we're entering a story. All the art, architecture, statues, mosaics, and paintings are not there just to decorate the church. Each piece is like a page from a great book. And they come together to proclaim the story of salvation in which we are called to participate. For example, pilgrims entering this basilica are greeted by statues of the 12 apostles set in the very pillars holding up the basilica. This symbolizes how these men are the foundation of the church Jesus Christ established. Above, artistic depictions tell the story of the Old Testament, from Adam to Jonah on one side, and the story of Jesus from his baptism to his resurrection on the other. So as pilgrims walk down the main aisle, they are walking through salvation history. And as they look forward, they see behind the main altar a mosaic of Jesus' face, a key focal point for the whole basilica. Here we see that it is Jesus drawing the pilgrim through the story of salvation, drawing them ultimately to the altar for worship, where he comes down to meet us. In churches like this one, pilgrims for centuries would go near to the main altar, where they would kneel down and recite the Christian creed, the summary statement of faith. And when they would do this, it's as if each would be professing, the story of faith proclaimed in this basilica is my story too. What do we do with a book that has no plot? We put the book down, we turn off the movie. When we sense there's no purpose, no meaning to the story, it seems pointless going on. The same is true with life. When we lose the narrative thread of our lives, we fill ourselves up with constant busyness and fleeting amusements to distract us from the painful sense that our lives are going nowhere. Our modern world has lost its story. We no longer know where we came from. We don't know why we're here. We don't know where we're going. But the creed, which Christians have been reciting ever since the early church, is the story by which we understand our lives. It reminds us of where we came from. It points us to where we're going. And it shows us why we're here. In the creed, we see that our individual lives are part of a much larger story. A story that has been going on from the beginning of time. And it's only by seeing our lives in that narrative that we begin to discover our purpose. Scott's always said, happy faith is not joy.
Well, that worked out well. That's right when to stop the video anyway, so.